You know what I'm hyped for? It's a bowl of ramen.
Yeah, same.
Do you have like a specific kind that you like when you go? Like
not really.
Like a miso based, or there's a teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki.
I think the teppen ramen, something like that. And there's obviously the shiho.
What is teppanyaki?
Teppen ramen.
I feel like I remember that being something.
It's like a fried something.
Oh, okay. And then teppen ramen is something else.
Mm-hmm. I think.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Dude, are we about to just munch?
Are we gonna survive?
I don't know. You're gonna have to push it to the limit. Limit! Dude, stop coding. You're stealing all my shit.
Stop coding.
Dude, this guy just stole all my shit.
Yeah.
You just hacked.
You just got hacked, idiot. Idiot.
Yo, honestly, sometimes... Oh, that's the place I want to take you to.
Oh, okay.
That place. You see all that... Ooh, look at that ramen. Look at that. The one see the third picture?
This one?
Yeah, that's what I want to get. Oh.
That's beef?
Mm-hmm. And pork.
Oh, and pork.
Yeah, and it's like a spicy broth. Oh my god.
I like spicy.
Extra corn. Oh,
this is like what you're gonna get, or
these are where
this is going to be available, or going.
This is going to be available at the Teppen Ramen location.
That's fantastic.
They're sponsoring the episode.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Sweet. Well.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Yeah, ramen's great. I mean, I don't know. I just can't get enough. Fucking ramen, sushi, all that shit.
Yeah,
Japanese they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you have to rank in order your 3 favorite Asian cuisines, what would you rank them?
Honestly, probably like sushi, ramen, and then that like those like cheap ass disgusting dumplings you can get in Chinatown.
Yeah, like the 4 for 1.
Yeah.
Those
are the best.
They come in like the styrofoam container.
Yeah.
With just like they're squeezed into there, and like you only get like a slice.
They're like all stuck to each other.
Yeah. Oh, those are so good.
There was this one place me and Corn would skateboard downtown. All the way to Chinatown, and we'd go. It was this dumpling place by Columbus Park. I think that was the name of the park. And we would get the dumplings, and like they had this like sauce, and it was like sriracha, but it was like mixed with something because it was like kind of watery.
Was it like a soy sauce with sriracha almost?
Maybe. I don't know the specifics, but it was delicious. It was so good.
It was so cheap.
Yeah, so cheap and so good.
I miss the.
Never mind.
Clip it.
I was gonna say eating some rat, but
no, dude, you're eating some bat. Nobody watches anyway. I was gonna say what I miss, and that makes me think about it, is like when we were younger, like in middle school, like the specials that we could get at lunch that were just so cheap with such large quantities of food.
Yeah,
like even if you wanted sushi, like you could go get a bento box, with a plethora of Japanese food, including sushi, and it would cost you after tip like $11.
Yeah. Yeah, those are so good. I remember that place with the bento boxes too. What do you call the thing? It's like not a dumpling, but it like kind of is a dumpling. Shumai.
Yeah, shrimp shumai or vegetable shumai.
Yeah.
Shrimp shumai is it's like my favorite by far. It's such
what the difference is.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think with the difference between like a dumpling and a shumai, I guess a dumpling is dough, whereas shumai I don't think is dough. I think it's just the shrimp itself and how it's like formed. Because I think it's like ground up shrimp is what it is.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And then it's like
shrimp paste.
Let's look it up, Jamie.
Yeah, might as well.
What is shrimp shumai? Because like the difference between a dumpling and a gyoza is that a dumpling, although fried or steamed, is in a different shape than a gyoza, but they're both technically...
Oh, it's a different shape? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So the dough is a ball of dough that is cooked and may have a filling and or additional ingredients in the dough, while shumai is a traditional steamed Chinese pork dumpling served in dim sum.
Huh. That doesn't really help.
That doesn't seem right, Jamie.
It looks like the shape is honestly the main fact.
Yeah, and that's also not the same type of shumai I feel, because you're not really getting shumai fried. Oh, you see in the...
Oh, wait, what?
No, you see the picture to the right. Oh, it's making me so hungry. One more. Yeah, that's got all of them in there. So the bottom left is... Oh, no, the top left is shumai.
Mm-hmm.
On the right is gyoza fried and steamed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what the fuck that shit in the bottom left is.
Yeah, me neither.
Is that also shumai?
Well,
Shut up.
shrimp and pork shumai. Maybe one is pork shumai, one is shrimp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the difference is in this photo. It's gyoza, shumai, shrimp shumai maybe, pork shumai maybe.
I honestly am very confused. Sorry to send something for work.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly am very confused with what that is. It almost doesn't even look like it belongs there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. It does look different.
But yeah, the boys are going to eat swell. Holy
anyway,
crap.
Yeah, just a couple of hungry boys. Rob's going to join us, you said?
Rob's going to join us. Me and Rob have had a hell of a week together.
Yeah, just grinding it in there.
It's gonna be like the fifth time. Gym, busting it out. We're doing the Bulgarian single leg squats. Oh my.
Okay. Bulgarian single leg squats. I don't know.
Those things are a motherfucker. If you want to tone your upper, your upper thighs and your ass, like that is the. I put the mic so close when I said ass, but I mean like, it is the way to go.
You've reverted
a little bit.
You're pretty close again.
We're trying to get. I'm not.
Oh no, I mean you reverted to putting the mic close to your mouth again.
Oh yeah, I know. I gotta just. I just gotta.
Yeah, if you lose weight though, you're gonna lose.
I'm gonna lose the titties.
The ability to keep the mic on your chest like that. We could get stands though.
Yeah, we have stands.
We have stands, but they're like weird because they like tell us what do you call that? Like they open up outwards, so they can't really fit anywhere. I don't.
What I was gonna say is, the good news is when I move, we'll probably have a much better setup for what we can do.
Ooh.
Like I'll be conscious of what I'm doing with the furniture, so that way we could arrange things appropriately. Maybe use the table actually.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We could just sit at the table, just chat. Yeah, dude, chatting out. The couch is nice, but it's not the best for the amount of technology we're gonna need.
Nah, not at all. Oh boy, you're pulling it up. I'm getting PTSD just looking at it.
Getting triggered. This lady's doing them.
Should I bust one out?
Bust out right now?
Should I bust one out?
I don't think we have the
space.
Yeah, you'll be alright. You don't have to do it.
I was about to get up. Yeah, but it's very good. It's like one of the most intense workouts you can do at the gym, although it looks very simple.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It doesn't look like much, but it'll really work.
And the balance is very difficult. Like just starting with your own body weight is very, 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 very hard.
So do you use the bench, or are you like these other people?
No, we use the bench.
Okay.
Yeah. So like.
Oh, it looks like almost like a squat.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, it's a squat. It's not a deadlift.
No. Yeah, no, it's definitely a squat, not a deadlift. You sick fuck. We did deadlift too as well. That was nice.
This does remind me. I usually do like bodyweight stuff
like
at home.
That. Mm-hmm.
And I do these things called shrimp squats.
Oh.
And they look almost similar, but they're just bodyweight.
You just out here shrimping?
Yeah, full shrimp.
Out here full shrimp dog? Who's calling? I can't answer her phone right now. No, it's my mom. No, Mom. Sorry.
Sorry, Mom. I'm doing the pod. I'm making history.
We're actually making history.
Are you ready for the best episode?
No, of all time? The one that breaks it?
Of all 8?
Of all 8.
This
is the first Kobe episode.
Kobe episode?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. 8. The first of
many.
2. This is the shrimp squat, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
by the way, that's Gramercy Park on 23rd Street.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. I used to go there after school when I went to Baruch.
Oh, so the boys would chill.
I think. Actually, no. We went to Stuytown a couple times. Anyway,
but yeah, the boys are working out.
Shrimp squats.
Gym.
Dead Bulgarian
motherfuckers.
Bulgarian single leg squats.
Yes. And, and dude, today, we were just talking about, not today, but this week, we went to Brooklyn, me and Rob, and actually Miles was there also. Mm-hmm. We went to the Action Bronson Lindustrie kitchen pop-up shop, which is actually like so cool.
Yeah.
It was a wild experience.
You showed me some of that stuff. It looked really cool.
Yeah. So me and Rob took the train over. We went only like 15 minutes before it's supposed to start. It was starting at noon. And I don't know why I thought it was just going to be like easy to just chill around there. When we get there, the front of the restaurant's open. You literally just see Bronson. He's just cooking in the back with the restaurant staff. You know, he's making these ridiculous sandwiches. I'll say in a second. But we were like looking at the line, and I swear to God, this is in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. It is all the way up the avenue, all the way around the corner, and all the way down that avenue again.
Whoa.
So we got up, and I looked at Rob, and I was like, no, fuck this. We're not waiting on any line. We deadass just went to the front of the restaurant. There was like a bunch of tables where like nobody was sitting for some reason.
That's fuck.
Yeah, nobody was sitting there. We just posted up right in front of the window, and we were just straight up chilling the entire time. Like, had a great view of everything going on. Like, CC Sabathia, the Yankees pitcher, who, and if I don't know if you want to pull up a picture of him now.
Pull up a picture.
Like,
isn't he enormous? Like,
dude,
fat as hell?
but no, he is so jacked because him and Action Bronson work out together. If you want to pull up, I'm
maybe
sure
like,
it'll just type in him in Action. Just type in like Action Bronson, and it'll pop up. He is the exact opposite of how he looked when he was pitching, and yeah. So that's Bronson. But look, if you that's them together, that's still not even him in his prime now. That's still not even. No. He looks like a wolf now. If you want to see that picture right there,
you know what we could do? We can
that
do...
YouTube.
Oh,
right
do
there.
They have one?
Second row, right there. Yeah, like him sitting down.
Oh yeah, that's Bronson after he's lost.
Not him. Fuck that. That's 3 to the right. Up, to the right there. Yep, you're on it.
This one?
Sled pull workout. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but he pulled up. CC was there. Literally double parked his Rolls Royce SUV, like right outside the restaurant, stopping all the traffic.
Damn.
You know, walks into the restaurant. You know, if you want to skip ahead, I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to see
see if we can find it.
Some good CC action.
Oh, is it in here?
Yeah, you're just like skipping.
Yeah,
see him right there. See him?
Whoa, CC looks fit as hell.
Yeah, dude, he's
Isn't that crazy? Because when he was a professional athlete, he was fat, but now that he's retired, he's...
And it's actually funny. He's talked about it in the past. He never wanted to be fit while he was pitching because it fucked up his rotation and everything. It changed who he was as a pitcher. But he's absolutely jacked now. Him and Bronson love working out together.
He didn't even want to be... fit.
No, it was part of who he was, but anyway, yeah. So he pulls up.
Guess the fat gave him more torque.
Yeah, gave him just more energy. I don't know what it was.
Maybe.
But so he pulls up, double parks the rolls, looking absolutely jacked. Walks into the restaurant, just daps up Bronson while he's cooking. Bronson, like on the spot, makes him his own sandwich. And this sandwich, when I tell you, was like one of the most unique sandwiches I've ever seen. It was like fresh semolina hero roll that they made at the restaurant there, a veal cutlet piece like fried at the house, at the place, the fresh mozzarella from around the corner of the spot right there, and then like this chimichurri sauce on it, and it was the most. I put it on my Instagram. It is the biggest, like fattest sandwich in the fucking world.
I wonder if we can pull it up.
It doesn't. It'll probably be difficult to just do it. I should have sent some pics,
yeah,
but it was great. Bronson came out. You know, we were chatting it up. You know, I brought a joint, lit that up right in front of the place.
That's
just
so cool.
all smoked right in front.
Yeah.
He made this one kid do 100 squats right in front of the entrance.
That's crazy.
It was so fucking
just a
funny.
Random fan?
Just yeah, one of his fans who also another fan who lost a lot of weight also. So it was he's like, do 100 squats, and he did them, and then he finished. And the moment that he finished, he was like, "You did 100?" He's like, "Yeah, do 200 now." And it was so funny. It was such a vibe though.
Yeah, like he's such a like even when he was unfit, he was still a positive, like happy guy.
Such a happy guy, and yeah, like you know, I saw him a long time ago, and seeing him now, we chilled a few times, no big deal. He gave me weed, he lit me up, but he just really embodies like what a chill dude is. You know, everything about him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was signing everything, taking pictures, everything. FaceTime my mom. It was hilarious.
Yeah, you showed me that. That's so cool.
That was crazy.
That's so wild. Yeah, Bronson's a good guy. Did you listen to the the episode he did on Rogan? I haven't listened yet.
I listened to a lot of it, and I actually bought the sweater that he wore on Rogan.
Oh,
because he released
nice.
it for a limited time.
Oh, that's so sick.
I love that shit. It was a nice
Yeah.
color too.
Oh yeah,
That like
sweet.
tan color. It
Yeah.
was really good. Really nice listening to him.
Yeah.
And I actually just got his book that he was plugging while he was on
Yeah,
Rogan.
you were mentioning that too.
So good, man.
Mhm.
I mean, not to make this whole podcast about him, but it's just like
It's all good.
he's he really is an inspiration to a lot of people,
Mhm.
especially now,
Mhm.
because he took the last year, which was probably the hardest year in most people's lives, just like in general with what's going on,
Mhm.
and he used it as a time to like rededicate himself to something that was basically going to save his life,
Mhm.
because he's pushing 380, almost 400 pounds.
He was
And-
huge.
Yeah, and like that's you're on the verge of death, no matter how you look at it at that
Mhm.
rate. So he just like buckled down. He showed you that anybody can do this crazy thing, which is called losing weight.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, I just love that about him. And that's aside from like his awesome music, the food that he cooks and he crafts, and it's so detailed and oriented, and just his art. He's just an all-around dude.
Yeah.
I love
Good
him.
dude. Good
Yeah.
dude. And he's just like, yeah, just super motivated and everything. And like, fuck. So like he made that book, the first one that's Fuck That's Delicious. It's just like all about recipes.
I got all three of them. Hold on one second.
Yeah, go grab them. You got Fuck That's Delicious.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one? The newest one is Fuck I'll Do It Tomorrow. Fuck it, I'll do it. I'll start tomorrow.
So his first book was Fuck That's Delicious, which is literally just like a cookbook that he did.
Yeah.
I mean, like you've got
Just
like
recipes
some
and
of the most beautiful like random
Wow,
recipes.
that was gorgeous.
Yeah, this is just like a like such simple
Such a unique mix of things, like rapper,
like
chef,
artist, like
and now like motivational.
now, yeah, dude, he's so different now. I mean, like, oh my god, look at that
Whoa, that's some thick slab bacon.
bacon. That's chicharron. That's
Oh.
like the real deal. So, and then this one, which I honestly haven't even looked much into, it's called. This is also
What is
it's
it?
called Stoned Beyond Belief,
Yeah,
and this is similar,
more recipes and stuff.
more recipes and stuff. Also, a lot about weed and a lot about the stuff that
Yeah.
he loves, and
Mm.
a lot about hash and just stuff.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
but
okay, this one's like a little more lifestyle.
yeah, way more lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then the new one,
Do
which
you mind?
of course, I don't know. And then the new one, which I'm actually reading right now, and like, quite frankly, is I'm only 20. I literally just started like an hour and a half before the podcast. It came here today.
Oh, nice.
And Steven actually really like pushed it on me to buy the book because he
Oh.
was just.
I mean, you're a huge fan too. So
Yeah,
it's like,
Steven's also like.
it's like so-
Oh, don't knock that over. Steven is probably like just as big of a fan as me as Bronson,
Mm.
and like Steven also, like, not to put his business out there, but like took health seriously,
Mhm.
and like Bronson is a huge inspiration of that.
Yeah.
And like just hearing him about his lifestyle and the beginning of his life, and
Yes.
I'm almost done with the first part of it.
This one's more like a legit.
That's a
book, too, like,
literal
it's just
that's
like
a book. It's about
yeah.
his life. It's
Yeah.
he was narrating to somebody else while they were basically it's like a biography.
Okay.
But I just he grew up in the streets of Queens. Like he's
Yeah.
just like us.
He's
Like,
Albanian.
he's literally dude. He talks about
Growing into Albanians all our lives. Talks about what?
dead ass all Albanian. We knew so many Albanians
Yeah.
growing up, but the first part of the book is like how the basketball courts of Queens made me who I am today,
Mm.
and it's like how relatable
Yeah.
is
Asphalt.
it?
Like-
Asphalt Green is who I am today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the friends I made, the memories I have,
Yes.
like the people I know.
Yeah.
Like it's a basketball court.
Yes. So many like good memories. Like I guess
bad
you could-
memories,
bad
crazy
memories,
memories,
yeah, everything.
fights,
Yeah.
laughs,
Yes.
cries.
I remember there was one specific time. I mean, I don't want to like just dive into a ton of asphalt.
Fucking
stories,
dive
but-
into it. Why not? We'll go
But
back.
there was this one time we were playing ball and like I was never good. I'm still like not that great.
I'm
I'm like a little more self-aware now, so I'll probably do a little better. But like,
sure.
it was me, Guy. You remember Guy, right?
Of course.
And somebody else on a team, and then like I was playing so badly. The guy was telling the guy on somebody on the other team, like, yo, really, he said dog him, like, play crazy defense on, like, lock him up. It's just, and I remember being so upset. Like, I was like, this is ruining my life. And then it's like, in retrospect, it's just like, just basketball.
It's just ball the court. You can't take that shit seriously, man.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many good moments, man. I love
shit like that. And like, just, just dicking around in the court, like Moses and everybody.
Well, Moses,
what a vibe.
I've seen some of the most disgusting and some of the funniest things on that basketball court, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was one crazy fight I remember on the court with with Chris, not to say his last name, where he just left the dude bleeding like crazy. That was a good one. I mean, like,
good memory.
It was a good memory. But I mean, no, seriously. I mean, that line though was just like, the streets of just Queens basketball court is what made me like. Just, like any public place where I was around my boys, either playing a sport or just dicking around, like that's what made me. And it's just so relatable. And just back to like, he is an embodiment of how simple it is to lose weight at the end of the day. Yeah. And you really motivated me as well.
Oh, I appreciate it.
With the calories and counting them, because I think now if one person was to ask me like, what is the most important thing that I can do to lose weight, I would 100% tell them to count their calories.
Yeah. It's all it is.
It's by far the only and most important part,
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree. It's just like at home, like, just whenever I eat, sometimes I'll, eat like barely on the edge, and I'm just like, well, now I can't eat anymore, like that's all it is. It's just cutting yourself off when you've reached your limit.
Exactly.
It's easier if you eat like lower calorie foods, like healthier stuff, chicken breast and all that good stuff.
Sure.
But it's still possible, even if you eat, like, if I eat something unhealthy, I know I'll have to like cut a little more out of my meal that day. My meals that day.
Yeah, or the way I do it is like, I'm not a big breakfast person anyway. Like the most important thing to me in the morning is coffee, and that's really all I need. So like, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll go grab my coffee, as much as I need. I'll drink as much as I want because it's not 0 calories. I don't put any milk, no sugar. If I want to add a little bit of milk, okay, it's not a big deal, but no sugar. And like that holds me over midday. I can get through to lunch. I can get through to like 12, 1, 2 o'clock without. And then I'll have whatever I want. I literally will eat whatever I want. Yeah. Like obviously I'm not going to, I haven't had any fast food in almost a month now. Yeah. But like I will have pizza, if I want to have a couple slices, if I want to have tacos, or if I want to like order something, I just write it down.
Yeah, exactly. And then, if you log it, and it doesn't even have to be exact. You could just like guesstimate like, I just had like ramen. You just look up ramen on MyFitnessPal and just whatever.
For example, I had I ordered for lunch today chicken wings, like boneless chicken wings, and they were like soy garlic chicken wings. Ooh. Yeah, they were fucking delicious. Ryan stole a bunch of them.
Damn.
Motherfucking cocksucker. Run. But they were delicious, and like I couldn't obviously find the exact ones online, so I just like TGI Friday, soy garlic chicken wings. Yeah. Individual pieces. Add as many as I had. Call it a day.
Yeah.
I add one extra to like assume the difference.
Yeah. You always estimate high.
Always overguess and underguess. You want to not cheat yourself. You know what I mean? Yes. So I mean, and again, like it goes back to just like seeing the actual progress every single day, and it's easy to slip up, which is like why I hated that I stopped doing it for so long.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know though, because now that like I've been counting calories for like I guess like a year and change now.
Right.
And like now, I don't think, I mean, this is going to bite me in the ass when I'm like 30 something and fat as hell. I can't see myself ever getting fat, because it's like, I just know what I have to do to not be fat.
Right.
It's so simple.
I couldn't agree more, except it's easy to just lose yourself,
Yeah. If you just stop logging.
Right. Which is
lose the habit.
Which is kind of crazy, because like there's been multiple points where I've used MyFitnessPal. There was the point in freshman year when I started using MyFitnessPal, and I did it for like 3 or 4 months straight. There was the point in 2017 when like I went on like I lost 100+ pounds and I used it for like half of that process and stopped, and now, and like I'm trying to wonder what was like the major deterrent from me stopping and doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, maybe it's a multitude of things.
Yeah.
Like maybe like
I wonder.
you had a few bad days and you just like regret writing it down, and like you're just like, all right, fuck it, I'm done. Guilt is a huge part.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, the thing is, though, MyFitnessPal at the end of the day is an app. I wonder if something, well, a part of it is like, you know, you like walk into your room and you forget what you're doing, or like you unlock your phone and you forget what you have to do.
Right.
So like you open up your phone to log whatever on MyFitnessPal, and it's like, oh, I got a text.
Right.
And you open that up, and then you do whatever, and then you close your phone and put it back, and you're like, wait, holy shit, I didn't log it. So
it just becomes out of your routine.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So slowly you forget it.
But no, incorporating it into my routine, it's something that I'm really thankful for.
You know what you should get on the topic of logging and everything is a food scale. Yeah. Yeah.
I heard about that.
They're huge. I mean, you just like...
You have one?
Yeah, I have one, and like whatever foods I have, well, usually my mom cooks, to be honest, but like we've created a habit because my dad's lost weight and I've lost weight too. My mom too at one point. Sure. She's just kind of maintaining now. But we log everything, and so you like measure whatever your plate of food, and then you put you tear it, which is to just like zero out the weight. And you put whatever, you know, chicken breast or whatever down, and then you have the exact weight in grams of what it is food you have, and then you can log, you know, 150 grams of chicken,
and that is as exact-accurate as
Ooh.
Whoa, we make it words. That is as exact. Did we just got our first term?
Our first
Exact-accurate.
It's exact-accurate as hell.
That is exact-accurate as hell.
Let's go. Our first term. I was waiting for this.
It took us fucking 2 months before we got it.
Exactly.
So it's as exact-accurate as I can't even say it. Regardless. No, I mean, you want to be as accurate as possible, and you want to make sure that, you know, you're being as true to yourself as possible, and that's probably the best way to do it. Guessing is always great, and it's still, you know, a great thing to do. Yeah. But if you can take the next steps, you should.
Yes. I mean, if you're going out to eat, you're not going to like break out the food scale and put it on the table. No. But like if you're cooking for yourself, imagine.
Hold on, baby.
Yeah. Hold on, honey. I'm just trying to get my calories.
Excuse me, waiter.
Accurately.
How much does this plate weigh?
So yeah, I mean, you know, if you're cooking for yourself at home, there's like, it's just perfect. I mean, you put that, you don't even have to do any extra work, right? You put the plate down and you're putting the food on the plate, and you're just measuring it as you put it on. Right. No, so it's not even like any extra work. It's like $20 on Amazon.
It can't be that bad. All right, I'll get it, dude. You don't have to yell at me.
Yeah, you better.
I was going to say and it shouldn't, like, I use this as an excuse, but it shouldn't be an excuse. But the moment that I move, which is going to be in about a month and a half, a little more than that.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. I'm going to definitely focus a lot more on cooking, on meal prepping, and taking things seriously, because like I really, really have the mindset of I want to be the best version of myself, but I am self-destructive in a lot of ways where it's like, well, that looks really good right now, and I could just take it, you know? Yeah. But no, I definitely am gonna. It's gonna be a white boy summer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a white boy summer. I think it's also a matter of looking in the long term as opposed to the short term. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to think like what I do that like helps me keep on my routine so much. It's just like, you just kind of do it after a while, you know?
Ooh, yeah. No, it just becomes a part of it. You just fall into the path.
Like I can't not.
It falls into place.
I can't not break out the phone whenever I see some food.
Right.
Log it.
If I do the same thing now, it falls into place.
Yeah. Becomes effortless almost.
Exactly. Oh, I'm so happy this week is over though.
Yeah.
Hell of a fucking week.
Busy?
Very busy. 3 different, 3 separate large scale jobs that all didn't finish on time.
Ooh.
So it was like just very stressful rescheduling on when we're going to be able to finish all of them, which is like the next coming weeks now. And it just delays us on everything else that we could be doing during that time.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you can get more jobs, but instead you're focusing on the jobs you already have.
Right. And
Right.
part of it is like, that's just the name of the game. Like, you just try your best to estimate how long things take.
Mm-hmm.
Another part of it, it's like, these jobs are so massive that, like, if you wanted to, each job could be a week on its own.
Okay.
So it's really about like following a strategic process.
Better make our second word.
No, but
Strategical.
Strategic. Strategical. But nah, yeah, it's just I'm just happy this week is over.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to fucking ramen.
Yeah, work's a tough thing because it's like obviously you should try to have I guess in a weird way, as much fun as you can while doing it, right? Like
Right.
you try to be passionate about it, but it
Right.
is work at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say another thing about it. It's like it's definitely better than school.
Mm-hmm.
Like college is different, but like
Yeah,
anyone who is like
college is like a joke.
it's different from college. It's like anyone who like grew up telling you is like, oh, enjoy this time now. School's the best time of your life, and being a kid is best. Oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like having a job and getting paid and being like accomplished for something that you're doing is so much better than tests and grades.
Yeah, I think the main thing for me is the homework.
Right.
Like if there was no homework in school, maybe it would have been the best time.
Yeah.
But instead, I finished school and I still had a fuck ton of work to do.
Right.
Like,
which never made me feel good when I got home. Like it was always work that, I mean, I guess we had different situations, but like for homework for me always felt redundant to what I was learning in school. It was just trying to reinforce emphasis on like the force of what they were already trying to make me memorize, not learn.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what schooling is, especially in this country, for like the pre-college levels.
Right. Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, in the beginning, not as much. Like the beginning, I mean, like probably like kindergarten through like third grade or something.
Right.
I remember actually. I used to be in like the special class because I used to do homework, and it would take me the entire day, and like I would finish at like 10 p.m. And in retrospect, the assignment was to like write a single sentence, and I'm just like, wow, I was a dumbass.
Like what the fuck? What the fuck happened there?
What happened, right?
A switch flipped clearly.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, so then after a while, it did become that though, where it's just like you're doing the same thing again that you just did in school, and it's like I get it's to reinforce, but it's also like I don't know, teach me something interesting.
Yeah, that's another. I was just gonna say like this, and I'm just gonna sound like such a dickhead saying something this broad, but like the American education system, I feel like starts with all of the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Like it's never about teaching and learning to become like a better version or trying to become smarter in your own right. It's to get the kid to the best college possible, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the problem is I think everybody gets graded, right? So the kids get graded for like their classes and assignments and stuff. And then the teachers get graded on their kids' performance, so it doesn't incentive. It's like not a good
incentive.
Yeah.
Right. Which goes back to like, and I mean, it just goes back to like what teachers are now versus what teachers are like 50 years ago. Like a lot of teachers now, I feel like, and no offense to them, get in it for a lot of the wrong reasons. Like I know a lot of teachers who love students and love their kids that they work with, but I also could imagine that doing a job for 20 years that leads you to a pension that pays you $100,000+ a year for the rest of your life in retirement, sounds appealing more than just this aspect of
you want to
helping America's
educate,
youth. Right.
Yeah, the youth.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that. Like, any single good teacher could redirect the course of somebody's life.
Right.
Isn't that so crazy?
Which is insane.
Like, if
can you think back to not to cut you off? Can you think back to a teacher who like single-handedly changed the course of your life?
I think I had a lot of good teachers that really did like push me in the direction that I did end up going in, but I don't think it was any single teacher that was like, wow, that was a life-changing person.
Yeah, I don't. I'm thinking now as well, and like aside from like one of my finance professors in college who was like very adamant on like taking the semester to teach children about just the market in general and like how to invest and how to build your own like portfolio and all that stuff. Like There's no real professor
Mm-hmm.
or teacher who like had an astronomical impact on my life. I feel.
Yeah.
You know?
I really liked Miss You. You remember her?
Yeah, she was cool.
She was great.
She was cool.
I think I had a long
Mr. Finch.
Mr. Finch.
Was
He
a-
was awesome.
he was a
an
sick
awesome
dude.
dude. Yeah, I think I had a long string of like I guess decent enough math teachers that like I ended up enjoying it and doing well in math, and so.
Do you think looking back, Mr. Finch was a huge stoner?
I don't think so.
Mushrooms, LSD.
He did give me Walter White vibes.
Yeah, and like honestly, he had to have been a hippie at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could totally see him being big into acid or mushrooms.
You think so?
Yeah, man.
I mean, I don't know. We were just so young. That wasn't on my mind.
But he was
know?
like, I know. No. I'm not saying like it was on my mind then. I'm saying looking back on it and just like how he operated through the school and how he was always so free flowing and everybody loved Mr. Finch.
Incredible.
Nobody said a bad thing about Mr. Finch.
No.
Mr. Finch was just always so in touch, you know?
Yeah.
I think it just had to do with just like part of like
His like upbringing. He
Yeah.
could have been a hippie.
yeah, I feel like he was
absolutely been a hippie.
because he was never about like I was never good at math. Like I was a really bad. I always struggled in math. I had to go to
Yeah.
his extra help every single time he had it,
Mm-hmm.
and he was always emphasizing like, if you put in the effort, like if I see that you're doing the hardest that you can on all of these exams and all of these tests and all that stuff, then you don't have to worry about like failing my course or like getting a horrible grade. Like if you do your best, I'm going to do my best to help you. And like that was motivation for me to do better.
Yeah.
Which I do remember in the final of that class, I got an 80, which was like amazing for me. And that was like awesome.
Yeah.
Because I failed so many of his tests. But like he was such a dope dude. You
Yeah.
know, I loved him.
Yeah, he was awesome. And just like, yeah, just such a good guy. And I remember he told us that story of how like he had a nosebleed while he was driving with his friend sleeping in the back seat of his car. And then the police ended up stopping him, and it looked like he had like murdered somebody.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
That's really
Yeah.
funny.
Isn't that he just like a wild zany dude?
He was.
But I feel like his demeanor is, now that I like mentioned it, I feel like his demeanor was almost like that of like Walter White when he was like, when he does like the bullshit lying thing.
Right.
That's kind of like how Mr. Finch acted. That was his demeanor.
I kind of
Similar.
can
right?
see it now.
Yeah.
Walter
He
White
was-
was a great bullshitter.
Yeah.
He's the king of it.
Well, I think the thing is that he wasn't a great bullshitter. Like, because then his wife was like, "You're fucking lying."
Well, with his, I feel like that also plays on like
Yeah.
the standard relationship, like in America, where it's like the wife always knows best and knows when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're like, when you're lying, you're lying.
Right.
But he was always able to manipulate everybody else.
That's true. Yeah. Nobody else really questioned like
His motives,
his behaviors and everything. I guess it's the people you know best know when you're
right? Like his son also,
shit.
like
Yeah.
Walter Jr.
Yeah, he's Flynn.
Yeah.
He ended up going by Flynn because he was sick of his dad. What a great show.
I loved it.
But yeah, Mr. Finch, ESMS teachers, they're just like, I feel like my teachers in
Fuck
college.
you, Mr. Deneroff. Yeah, what were you saying?
My teachers in
Yeah.
college. Mr. Deneroff was funny.
Nah.
No,
The more I think about him, I don't fuck with him.
No, because he was like, I remember nobody would throw me the ball in middle school
Sure.
because we were in whatever class. Just like, I think we
Right.
were on the football section of
Yeah.
our curriculum.
Right.
And nobody would fucking throw me the ball. And I told him, like, dude, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm just running around in circles and like nobody is throwing me the ball. I'm wasting my time
Right.
doing this right now. And he was like, oh, you should get a shirt that says like, throw me the ball. I'm probably better than you anyway. And I'm just like, thanks.
Yeah, you're such a dickhead.
Yeah.
I'll be so honest with you. If we're about to spend the next 10 minutes slandering him,
roasting
I'm
Mrs.
fine
Deneroff?
with that. Like,
I hope he never finds this.
something that pissed me off so much about this dude was like he wanted to be a part of the kid, like the crew with the kids. Like he wanted to be the cool kid.
He wanted to be the cool teacher, the
Yeah.
cool guy.
And he like made it known.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He was like a dickhead to the kids who he thought were not as popular. And he was like always trying to be like hanging out and be cool with the kids who he thought were popular. And it was like bizarre.
It was
Because
pretty
looking
bizarre.
back on it, it's just like why Why do you want to look?
It's so funny because these are like 11 through 13-year-olds.
Yes, that's
Like,
exactly what they are.
Yeah, yeah. And like I remember I know Devontae has some stories
Oh
about
my
him
God,
too,
he's got
and
a
it's
good
just-
story.
Yeah, it's just like these fucking. It's so weird, like in retrospect, how some of these teachers acted while we were like 12.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
It's so bizarre.
It's
Like
fucking...
what the hell?
Yeah. I got a really funny story just about teaching. I mean, we're on the topic, but like sixth grade basketball team with Mr. Klein, and and there's this kid on our team. His name was Mahmoud, and
I remember Mahmoud.
Yeah. And we were like at practice, and our team was really fucking good. Like we were the fourth best basketball team in middle school in the city at the time for our division, and we had a plethora of talent. I was a bum. I never played, which is fine. I was a sixth grade freshman, but there was this one practice where like Mahmoud and Coach Klein got really heated, and it ended with like. Coach Klein, always like a very chill guy, also like very peaceful, would never like raise his voice out of like reason.
Yeah.
And he basically was saying, Mahmoud was like, cursing at him, flipping him out, flipping off, and like doing all this stuff. Coach Klein was just basically like telling him like, you could just take your stuff and leave whenever you're ready and all this stuff. And and as Mahmoud, he's doing his thing, he's cursing, he's leaving, and he said some really funny things as he was leaving. His last few lines, which were like so out of like left field compared to all of the really mean and derogatory things he was saying to the full gym of us before. He just goes like, man, you ain't a real coach. You a tennis coach, man. You a tennis coach. And I literally, I remember to this day, I was like, what? Like, what am I missing? And he slams the door to the gym and he leaves.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play on the team for the last 3 games. That's
Whoa.
it. He actually transferred to a different
remember
school
that.
after that. Yeah.
Disappeared.
But I remember that moment so well because
That's pure comedy.
yeah, it was like, I don't know what Mr. Klein had to do with tennis, or maybe he liked tennis, but he was so adamant on that being the last thing that was said as he was leaving.
Yeah.
And then practice just went on like it was normal.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. It was great.
It's so funny. It's just like you can't write like
No.
you can't make that up. It's so perfect. Like
No.
throws horrible insults at him the whole
About
time.
his family, about himself, like
And
everything.
then at the end, you a tennis coach.
Yeah.
Like, what?
You ain't a real coach. You a tennis coach. It was like,
That's like engraved into your mind.
yeah, I will never forget that.
Yeah.
I will never forget that.
That's so funny. Mahmoud was a funny kid. I remember there was one time I was in his class in 6th grade,
Okay.
and I was like, he like hit me with a ruler or something. I was like, ah, and then he started laughing, and then like I didn't actually hurt that much. I kind of like exaggerated to like be funny, I guess. And then he did it again, and I was like, ah, and then he like laughed. And I'm like, this kid is a fucking baby mind, like, baby brain, because he was cracking up when he was hitting me with the ruler. I'm just like, hold on, I remember taking that step back in that very moment, thinking like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Just 2 different worlds.
Two different worlds. Exactly.
But that's what like middle school, like public middle school was. It was just like a melting pot of all of society in New York City. You had like people who were in the 1% who were sending their kids to a public school because like New York is one of the rare places where like you can go to public school and get an equally good education in most places as a private school in that city. Obviously, private school has its benefits that you won't get in public school, but almost the education level will be even, unlike a lot of the other parts of the country.
Right. Yeah, I would agree. So like the private schools probably have like a higher floor.
Sure.
But like the ceiling is probably equivalent for public schools and private schools. So like
in New York, I would say so for sure. And I
Yeah.
definitely think you
like,
have,
if you went to a good high school, like you're set.
I mean, Baruch, Elroy, Beacon, LaGuardia,
Any of the specialized high schools,
Lab,
Brooklyn Tech,
all of the Stuyvesant,
Bronx Science.
Bronx Science, all of those schools. I mean,
Yeah.
like, those are all just as good as a Dalton or a Horace Mann or, all of those, like, private schools.
Right.
But, yeah, so what were you saying? 6th grade? Yeah, so it was a melting pot. And that goes back all to just, like, going out to lunch and getting cheap meals,
Yeah.
like abuelas.
Yeah. Ooh, abuelas.
Yeah,
I miss abuelas so much.
That would hit so good right now.
Yeah. I remember like seeing there was like dark stuff in the cheese, and I like didn't realize it was like melted cheese.
It was like,
oh my god, this burnt cheese is like
burnt bits of cheese
Yeah.
and greatness.
yeah, burnt cheese just hits different.
Yeah, that was Abuelo's was a real eye-opening restaurant in my life, because before that I don't necessarily remember, like, this was like 7th grade, end of 7th grade, like middle end of 7th grade. Like I don't really ever remember having real, like, authentic, like, just any type of, like, Puerto Rican or Spanish food in general. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
getting, like, the stewed chicken or the stewed beef, or and like, over rice, and then the empanadas with all the different hot sauces, and then the mac and cheese is just ridiculous.
Oh my god, can't beat that mac and cheese.
And it was like $6 for all of that plus a drink.
Yeah,
You
it was
know?
incredible. I remember thinking the $6 was too much for me. I needed to like stay below $5 so I wouldn't get the drink.
I remember that. I remember you were always.
I was stingy and out lunch.
But dude, it like.
Cause I think I only had like a certain amount of money per week.
Yeah, but like
from my
it
parents.
taught. You know, I had the same thing. I just blew through that money quicker. I was gonna say like, it just. I have something in my throat. But
Yeah,
it
I
just
guess
showed.
you don't have water. You only have whiskey to wash it down.
I know.
Abuela's mac and cheese.
Yeah, mac and cheese. But it shows you
Allowance.
specifically. It's like you're frugal with your money,
Yeah.
and it's like
It's still cheap as hell.
it created great habits for you,
Yeah.
like habits
so.
that are, I guess, you were eternal to have, because it's like, think about how hard it is to have habits where you're like good spending habits. I don't have them.
Yeah, I think if you have poor spending habits and you want to create good ones, it's probably a lot harder than if
It's
you're
very difficult.
already got good.
Like
spending
I'm barely saving money now with food, even though I'm dieting. Like it's still like it's very difficult. You know, it's not just
Right.
it's not as easy as just cooking every single day. You still got to do the shopping. You got to know how to shop. You can't waste food.
Yeah.
If you waste food, then you're just wasting money. It's,
Right.
It's a lot of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Budgeting and stuff is hard. I mean, especially when you go shopping because you want to buy healthy, and that's another thing. It kind of sucks with the U.S. is that organic, healthier stuff is the more
The most expensive shit.
stuff. Yeah.
Like you can, it's 100% understandable why like more people are fat in this country or not healthy than they are healthy.
Yeah.
Like, what can $20 of healthy food buy a family of 4 versus $20 of unhealthy food buy a family of 4?
Right.
Or I guess $25 is a better number.
Yeah.
It's like you can go to any fast food establishment and get a meal for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
$20 of fast food is like a couple of fucking pieces of fruit, some salad, and that's it. You know, you're not getting any meat for that. You know, what are you gonna get a bunch of chicken breasts?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a grind. I don't know. It's hard because, I mean, you know, there's probably some ways to get around it, like finding the cheapest option while still being somewhat considerate
right.
of foods. But you won't get like, you know, organic, farm fresh kind of shit.
fuck
You'll still
that.
get like Tyson
Yeah, of course. You're going to get
chicken.
that dirty ass Tyson chicken, which is still like not real chicken.
Yeah.
Super hydrogenated or whatever it is.
Yeah. I hear those chickens get like so fat they can barely walk.
Yeah, that's like they don't even have legs.
Yeah. Although one thing that's pretty sick is lab grown meat is starting to become a thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I think like within 18 months or something,
Heme
they
and-
propose they're gonna be in market. Come to market.
I see that stuff all the time. I mean, like fast food, like the Beyond Meat and all that stuff. Like it's real, and I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's more than great. I've never tried it yet.
Well, Beyond Meat is just really good, really on par, like soy or whatever based product. Like that's like they use vegetables and stuff to simulate meats.
Right.
But lab grown meat is going to be like you take cells and like replicate them into like real chicken. It's real chicken, but a chicken was never killed for.
So is it
Isn't
set?
that crazy?
You know, but I want to make sure it's not something that I've heard of. Maybe you want to look it up.
Yeah.
Can you look up like heme HEAM plant heme based chicken or heme based meat?
Yeah.
Because that's what I think. Because heme, like hemoglobin,
HEME.
it could be like heme. It's like the
Heme is what meat tastes like meat. It's an essential molecule found in every living plant and animal.
right.
Most abundantly animals and something we've been eating and craving since the dawn of humanity.
Yeah, so heme is basically like the blood, like what makes up the blood in an animal, which is like what makes up the flavor. And I think they find ways to extract that. What is soy yeah, whatever the fuck that is.
Oh, it's soy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but what I'm talking about here, I'll look it up for you.
Yeah, because I want to see.
This is crazy.
Lab grown meat, is that right there?
Oh, wow. First thing.
Oh.
No-kill lab-grown meat to go on sale for the first time. Oh, this was December of this year. Look, it's like chicken.
Wow.
It's legit chicken that was like grown. There was some. There's actually a subreddit for it. Let me see if I look this up, if it'll come up. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Yes.
That's a great subreddit title.
Yeah. Right. Let's see here. Let's just go on like the top for the past week or whatever.
Yeah.
There was some sushi I remember seeing. I was like, whoa, that is.
So lab bait like fish sushi.
Yeah. Cell cultivated salmon nigiri.
Ooh.
That salmon is not from a fish. It's real salmon that was grown. Like they took cells and they replicated them to like make a piece of salmon. Isn't that fucking dope?
It's even got like the striations of fat in it.
Yeah, isn't that? I mean, I'm sure they could make it so it's not.
So, are they making it as individual pieces, or are they making it as like a fillet?
I think they grow it into a fillet.
I want to see like a video of them, like of how it's done, because it just looks so insane.
I wonder if they have any.
That is not real, dude.
Let's see.
Why are things happening like this? It's so crazy. Do you ever just stop and think, like, I remember when the craziest part of my day when I was a kid in school was like when a teacher would roll in like the TV. Like we were about to fucking watch TV in school.
Yeah.
And now I feel like that's such a... I remember when the first smartboards came in.
Yo, smartboards were crazy.
I remember
the future will like...
Okay, let's play it. Let's play it.
Dude, I remember drawing on the smartboard.
Yeah. I remember the day that
Did
they
they
put
show the process, though?
I was in the fourth grade. Okay, here.
Oh, see, look, they take a little bit.
So they take pieces of actual meat.
Well, I'm sure now they've already gotten, like, cells of every kind cultivated, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look. Oh, they don't even, like, kill the animal.
No, they don't. That's the whole
They
point
just
of
take
this,
a
I
little
thought.
little slice of muscle. That's so sick. And they get, like, a fat cell, too. And they grow it. That's so nuts. Oh, that's whack. Paler in color and blander in taste.
Mm.
Well, who knows? Whatever. I'm sure they'll be able to get it to be exactly like regular meat.
Yeah, but there is a huge issue with the cow population in this country.
Yeah,
like,
that's something I hear.
about that.
I hear it's also bad for like the air and stuff too.
Yeah, I mean like the methane and like just
cow farts.
Yeah. Which, I mean, if you talk to the right conservatives, they'll tell you that's a hoax.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, it's just insane how much that these fucking cows fart.
Yeah,
and
cows be farting.
And dude, we eat more cows than anywhere on the earth combined.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, like more cows specifically.
Like yeah, just like cow meat.
Gotcha. Because I know like Argentina is the #1 meat eating country in the world.
Yeah, but they're eating like.
But they're eating everything.
They're eating that good shit too.
That's true. They probably have like a much cleaner process and everything.
Yeah,
I wonder what you're saying.
I was gonna say, like, when I went to Israel and I went to McDonald's and like I had the like, because we were in a mall and like I didn't like get it to eat the McDonald's, like I just wanted to try like the difference between what a McDonald's in America is, because it's illegal. There are no GMOs there. They're 100% illegal.
Right.
So like you're paying $9 for a Big Mac, but you're getting like a really good burger. Like, so it just goes to show you, I mean, like, everywhere is different than here.
Yeah.
We got such...
I think it's so weird. This is the only country where you get, like, really low quality really processed foods.
Yeah, like dog shit.
Like, absolute dog shit, because, like, anywhere else you go... I remember going to Brazil, which is, like, a much poorer country than here. and like we'd go and like get anything, and it was just so much higher quality than it is here.
Yeah. It just goes back to like
I feel like the fast food specifically though, actually, because like honestly, Rodizio here, from the restaurants we went to, was a little better than like the cheap Rodizio places there. But that's something, I guess.
What is Rodizio?
Rodizio is it's like the big skewers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
Let me
pull it up for the boys. Yeah, no, that kind of all goes back to like hit the images real quick. Oh, hit the tabs. Oh, come on. I can't look at that now.
Yeah.
Is that pineapple? Like, what is that?
Yeah, that looks like pineapple.
Ooh, grilled.
Oh, this is chicken heart. Chicken heart goes off.
Really?
You got to try chicken heart.
Pull up the next picture where they're cutting it.
Oh man. Anyway,
dude,
what were we talking about? Completely got distracted.
Nothing else matters.
Sidetracked by Rodizio. Yeah.
I'm so hungry now.
Yeah.
Everything just changed. I'm so hungry.
Changed the game.
I was like, I don't know how we got 55 minutes.
This one went by really fast.
We killed
I think this might have been our best one.
We busted this one out.
We cranked this one out. Yeah. We came in with a goal and we fucking cranked it out.
We fucked this one in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I was thinking was how I've read a lot of notes and I try to like push like concepts or ideas or whatever. This time I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to have a good conversation.
Right.
And I think it ended up pretty good.
I think you let us know, all 21 people, how much you like this one.
Yeah.
But no, I do think we killed
all 2 people that watched this.
Yeah, all 2.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Not to gas ourselves up.
No, but I'm so fucking hungry. I can't stop thinking about food right now.
Yeah. Yeah. If we could crank out 5 more minutes, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I mean, we're busting it out anyway.
I did watch Joe Rogan and Joe List.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. Tell me about it.
It was really good. I think Joe List is my spirit animal.
Really?
Yeah,
he's so honest.
About him. Yeah, he's also super into I'm not that into Buddhism stuff, but I am into like mindfulness and all that shit. And he's really into it too. He's a big fan of Sam Harris.
Love Sam Harris.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He has. He was talking about the Waking Up app, which I feel like is like a great introduction to like mindfulness and meditation and stuff for like the layman. Layman. Yeah. And I think it's just like a super easy way to get somebody into meditation and stuff who's like,
right.
You can't just tell somebody to sit and focus on their breath for 10 minutes.
Right.
So it's a cool app.
I really
Waking Up
would like to meditate. I feel like that would be something that would be very beneficial to me. Just like sitting outside for 10 minutes and just, you're no headphones, obviously, right?
No, I just sit there.
And listen. Just your breath.
Yeah, just focusing on the feeling of the air going in and out of your nose. And it's not even about like calming your mind as one might think.
Right. It's
actually more about working on your focus.
Right.
And trying to like, sharpen that needle.
Right. I got you.
Of like focus.
It makes me really want to do it tomorrow morning. Sit outside.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be pretty sick. Download the app because he has like some guided stuff you could do.
With Joe List?
No, Sam Harris.
Yeah.
Waking Up. I think the first 5 lessons are free. I used them, and then after that, I just kind of like set a timer for 10 minutes and did it on my own. But if you wanted to subscribe, and that's a whole thing too.
I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, it's really sick. Highly recommend it. And like, I honestly though, I've become more focused, but you still have to work on focusing. Or pointing that focus, because I can get really focused on something, but I should have been focusing on something else the entire time.
Right, I get what
it's kind of weird.
You kind of just like you have to find a way to reapply what you're focusing on.
Yeah, like I can get really zoned in on something that I want to do, but then realize it's like during work hours and I should have been focusing on work the entire time. Yeah. So
dude,
it's pretty interesting.
I spend hours sometimes.
Double-edged sword.
Sometimes just not focusing on what I should be doing, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
The Knicks are in the playoffs.
Let's. You want to keep going, or?
I mean, we should just let people know how much it means to us.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
what has it been? 8 years? 9?
8 years, 9 seasons.
Wow.
So it's like, I don't know. I love sports. like the Knicks are my team.
Same.
I love the Knicks. I love the Mets. I love the Jets. But the Knicks specifically, like,
There's a special place.
so special.
Yeah.
And I hate them more than I love them a lot of the times. But for moments like this, where like you could just take a step back and just realize how amazing it is that they're even in this position to make the playoffs, it's so awesome. And I'm so happy to watch this team play.
Yeah.
They look so happy.
Yeah, they look good. They're just like, there's a lot of chemistry between them.
Right.
Which has been really satisfying to watch.
I think that's the best thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, just some good chemistry. And like,
Right.
when you have like the young guys too just playing well, it's just like,
Right.
and they're
Especially
playing
the young
them.
guys.
They're playing them too.
Yeah.
So
It's
doesn't get
going to
better
be
than this.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we beat the Spurs.
Yeah, fuck
I feel
you.
like the Spurs they've been obviously trash this season, but you can never count out Popovich.
Yeah, fuck you, Elon. Fuck the Spurs. It's the only Spurs fan I know.
Really? Oh, yeah.
My friend Elon, only Spurs fan I know.
That's funny.
True Spurs fan, though.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go out on a limb. I know he likes Popovich, obviously, but he's Argentinian and he loves Manu Ginobili.
Ginobili.
Yeah.
Ginobili. Yeah.
The greatest Euro of all time.
Yeah.
Eurostep.
Euro.
Eurostep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but on that note, let's go Knicks.
Go Knicks.
And see you next week.
See you guys next week. That was a fun one.
That was a good one.
Thank you for listening.
Fuck off.